In a time where every movie is riddled with bad CGI, bad special effects, and an over-reliance on sequels and prequels, here we finally get a film that's original, takes place in only a handful of on-set locations, and stars actors who are really good at what they do: act. Hello, my friends, and welcome to The Pondering. I am the real-life fake wizard. If this video brings you any value at all, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, where we're posting new videos nearly every day. Strange Darling is a new thriller from JT Mollner that has hit the cinemas the same weekend as that shitty Crow remake and that shitty Zoe Kravitz misandrist film. Unfortunately, that has pushed Strange Darling to the back of the box office. And I say unfortunately because this film rocks. As far as a thriller goes, it's super intense and it keeps you guessing. Now, this film is very difficult to discuss without giving glaring spoilers away, and I do not want to do that because I want to invite you to go watch this film. If you're into thrillers, this is worth watching. From Regal Movies, in Strange Darling, nothing is what it seems when a twisted one-night stand spirals into a serial killer's vicious murder spree. Yeah, that's all you need to know for the plot. If that's your jam, you're gonna love this. Personally, I was just relieved to get an actually good movie. I've been doing these movie review videos throughout most of the summer, and a friend recently asked me if I go out of my way to pick awful movies to review. Now, obviously I said no, because I don't. It just so happens that most of the movies and TV shows that are being released this year, at the time while I'm doing the content, are terrible. I go into every movie hoping to be blown away. Like, even if I have preconceived notions about it that may skew negatively, I will sit there hoping to be wrong. I want to love every movie I see, and most of the movies have been terrible or uninspired. So many movies today are filled with propaganda or commentary, or the writers think they're so enlightened and they think they have something important to say. But the delivery is always such shit that I can't help but think they're either narcissistic or incompetent. Strange Darling, on the other hand, has a very unique and very poignant commentary on an issue that is consistently discussed in the zeitgeist. I can't talk about what it is because that'll spoil the entire movie, but I will say, in Act 1, a character gives a bit of a monologue discussing this issue, and I was afraid that the film would go nowhere with this information, that it was going to be the writer injecting their own philosophy with nothing else to say. The film very quickly and very brutally proved me wrong in a fantastic way. The film starts off by introducing the cast with these splash screens, and then the title, Strange Darling, with a subtitle under it that reads, "In 6 chapters." That got a reaction out of me. Uh-oh, is this going to be a 6 short sequences put together film? Like 6 short films? I don't want that. And thankfully it wasn't, not at all. Then it comes up and shows a counter for the 6 chapters and rolls back to what I think was chapter 4. Again, a reaction from me. Uh-oh, is this going to be styled like a French film? French films have a knack of not following an Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 structure. Again, this film proved me wrong in a great way. The film does a near-perfect Act 1 ramp up into Acts 2 and then 3. The progression of how this film is shown and not told is truly special. I keep saying how the film proved me wrong, and I kind of think that's the entire point of the film. The film provides you with information and you make quick judgments, and then the film proves your judgment wrong, like over and over and over again, which was really fun. There is a moment between Acts 2 and 3 where things are spiraling, and it's supposed to be very serious. And I really can't spoil the context of what's going on in this scene, but the dialogue actually made me burst out laughing. Because this film is super serious and intense, and a background actor appears kind of out of nowhere for a single moment, very big and abruptly on screen, and says, "What the fuck is going on?" A character replies, "He's got a gun!" It cuts back to the background actor who says, "Well, so do I!" And then he holds a gun up and waves it for a little bit. Of course, this old guy is dressed like a good old American cowboy, and then the film's intensity ramps back up. Now, I don't know if this was meant to be a comedy break, but that line execution from the cowboy was damn near perfect and award-winning. Let's talk about the actors. The film stars Kyle Gallner and Willa Fitzgerald, and it's mostly just the two of them on screen the entire film. This was a very intense film between more or less just 2 people. And holy crap, they're fantastic. I recognized Kyle Gallner from The Passenger from 2023. Now, that was also pretty intense and really damn good. He's also been in Scream 2022 and Smile from 2022, and I thought Smile was great. But what we do know is that either Kyle Gallner himself or his agent is really good at booking him indie or smaller projects with damn good scripts. If you see this guy on a poster or in a trailer, you can safely bet it's going to be good and he's going to bring his A game. But who we really need to talk about is Willa Fitzgerald. Holy shit. If you've seen Reacher on Amazon, you'll recognize her as Roscoe from season 1. She gave a performance here that is nothing short of award-winning. And unfortunately, most award groups don't consider thrillers and small projects like this nearly as much as they should. I hope that this film explodes both of their careers. But in a lot of ways, I also kind of hope they keep doing films like this and don't enter the boring and predictable conveyor belt film industry. Of note, and again, I really can't talk about what's going on without spoilers, so the final scene that Willa Fitzgerald's character is in, which is a sequence, is truly special and gets the point of the film across near perfectly. I really couldn't do this review without at least hinting at this scene because it's so good. If you've seen the film, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Holy crap! Strange Darling is certainly a darling of a film when you compare it to the mid-tier boring and oftentimes awful films that have been released in 2024. I should offer a warning though, that this film certainly does contain pretty graphic and violent scenes, but you did hear me read the Regal Movies description that this is about a one-night stand that goes to shit. And if you've seen the trailer, you know that there's some kind of serial killings involved. Right now, Strange Darling sits in my top 3 films of the year. Let's see if there's anything else that can top it. My friends, I want to thank you for joining me for today's Pondering. If you would please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you didn't like anything I had to say, well, to you. Till next time, create, innovate, inspire. May the force be with you. And for the love of God, cancel Disney Plus. You should just cancel the Disney Plus. Send a message to the Mouse House and cancel Disney Plus. Comment below, cancel Disney Plus. Let everybody else know in the comments. Thanks. Bye-bye.